Hello,
Cheers!
Chin chin, darling.
Chin chin, double cheers. Hello.
Oh, another day. Episode Series 2, episode 16. Oh my God, we are motoring.
We are motoring. This is the 36th show I've done. Let's have a look. Oh, elbow cough. Ray is watching on YouTube instead of Facebook. Fancy. Let's have a look. By the way, I was showing.
Is that through his TV or on his computer?
I don't know.
Because we could be on the big screen.
By the way, I was shown how to switch to YouTube Dark last night. So much using my Tidal dice. Oh, YouTube Dark. It's not the dark web. You're not on the dark web, are you?
Oh my God, are we on the dark web?
Oh my God. I'd love to see you on the dark web.
Our cats that dark. That's all we talk about is cats.
First of all, Ray says hello, Christine.
Hi, Ray.
Then he says, hey, Lucy.
Well, he's a gentleman.
He is a gentleman.
He has his priorities in the right way.
Yes, he does. Hello to Sildy and Kaz. I can see that you've liked this video. I hope that means you're watching. Here's a test.
Stay. Hey, if you can't ask, you don't
know what?
get.
When I do an Edinburgh show, I'm taking her with me. She's my flyer, and she'll just got people going, please watch my daughter's show.
Yes, you must come.
You know, you're not coming to Edinburgh.
What if I do the driving? Just saying.
I don't know. I mean,
I think you'd miss me.
Sarah Bridgman and I were planning on quite a hedonistic time there.
Who else will herd our cats? If
right,
I don't
exactly. That's the reason I won't be taking my mum to my first Edinburgh week. Hello, everybody. I would like to say, it's fucking freezing.
It's been really cold today.
Oh, bitter.
That's why I thought it was snowing.
Yeah,
it did look really, really white.
Well, my truck, Britney Spears, I like her optimism. The temperature gauge doesn't work on it. So says it's like 12 degrees when it's 0. So today I've been driving around in temperatures like 21. Everyone else has been freezing.
Tropical.
You know, it's like fake it till you make it. I haven't started the timer. So this is going to be, it's not an unplanned, because I have planned some stuff. So it's sort of semi-planned, semi-unplanned. Let's get my notes in. So starting off with the injury corner, we feed a stray cat. Hi, Lindy, if you're watching, called Dave. And if you take too long to put his food out, he swipes you. So please get in touch on the chat if you can get tetanus from this. I've Googled it.
No, you can't.
I've got pain in my arm, but apparently symptoms don't start for 3 days. I was like, I've got tetanus. I've got tetanus.
I know, but he scrammed me umpteen times.
Yeah, I know, but he might be saving his tetanus for me.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
So let's have a look. So first of all, a little shout out to a special person. Special people. We'd like to say welcome to the Lucy Show, President Biden and Vice President Harris. I know you're watching. Big fans.
They are.
Big fans. Big fans. I just want to say well done on everything. Oh, look at that. Bond is watching. Hello, ladies.
Oh, hello. Hi, Andy. Is it cold in Salisbury? Because it's freezing in Devon.
He won't be in Salisbury. He was in Salisbury last night. I don't know where he is today. I imagine he's somewhere near the Red Line, but he's on road because it's school night. Because he's a long distance lorry driver. Not lorry. Sorry, shouldn't say lorry. Yes. So I just want to say, well done to our two favourite viewers, President Biden. And this is something this has nothing to do with the village update at all. Let's have a look. Southampton Yard. So he's not far.
Oh, not far.
Not far. He's just away from facilities and civilization.
And not too far away from home. He could nip home to use the toilet.
Sometimes he does.
Oh.
Just want to say, I looked at it, I was like, I just wanted to make sure that there wasn't a different spelling. Even though I'm saying things out, I just want to double check my spelling because I didn't know if it was Harris, because my head just went. I couldn't remember her name. So I looked it up, and his Twitter account is POTUS, and I thought that was Trump's handle. But the American government have got POTUS, which is President of the United States, and FLOTUS, which is First Lady of the United States, and @VP, which is Vice President. And that's the actual government Twitter. Really? I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. I mean, we haven't got ones like Brit Prime Minister or Brit PM. Have we got one? I don't know. Boris, if you're watching, get involved on the chat. If someone's with him, can you show him how to do it?
Well, he could be. I know, because it's Great Britain, isn't it?
Yeah. But I thought when he was like, he got kicked off Twitter, and then I saw somebody that Joe Biden had tweeted. I was like, how did he get his account? But obviously it's a account.
It's a floating account.
It's a floaty light. It has been rather quiet down the villages, which means 1 second, it's the position, you dafty. Oh my goodness me, be upstanding we've got a very important viewer, and this is our 1 year anniversary of meeting each other. Mickey Christian, who is watching from his VIP bed. Hello, Mickey. I sent him a little link to say the show is on. And I got to be honest, Mickey, this is the most amazing thing, okay? You've commented on this video. Your daughter doesn't know how to do that.
No, her best friend doesn't even watch her. So I hope you'll have a word with her, Mickey, because it's not right.
So I hope we can make you smile a little bit tonight. Andy B is already chipping in. Is the position, you dafty. I've got a lot of American friends. I'm not that up to date on American politics by choice, but I didn't know they had an official account. I know. I thought
it's really rather modern.
It's really rather modern, ahead of things. Right.
Well, they are Yanks after all.
So last night I took part in a virtual Burns night, where my job was to read the Address to the Haggis poem by Robbie Burns. And we all shouted, "To the Haggis!" And it was just going to show how important it is to have online groups and online communities. I know that Mickey isn't taking part in his choir at the moment, but he's really been enjoying taking part in online choir. Lots of different people. There's online yoga. Alex, if you're watching, hello.
Hi, Alex. I'm so sorry I didn't get back over Christmas, but it's been absolutely kind of manic.
Let's just say, as opposed to doing yoga, we've been stretched for time. Hey! Ray, Melania wasn't FLOTUS, more like HOTUS. Excuse me, there's no need for mudslinging. That poor woman got into a situation she didn't quite understand many years ago. Yeah. And that is why I always say read the small print on contracts. So I've noticed people in the area, people are getting jabs. So our neighbours got the jabs.
This morning, through the post, came my little antibody test. I was chosen at random. Obviously, I don't know how, but I wish they'd do the lottery that way and choose me. But it's something you have to prick your finger with, send the blood back, and some medical university
Short
somewhere.
Story, she's been sent a box. She didn't put her glasses on. She hasn't read it properly, and it'd be me to read the instructions, and my mother goes, I know what to do.
But I know a nurse, and she can do it for me.
Let's have a look. Jackie Neal has put, restore it. Jeez. I think they, if you're talking about the Twitter handle, I think they did restore it because he's tweeting from it.
Yes, wasn't he
banned? Yes. And then Mickey Christian, I'm loving the fact you're on tonight, Mickey. Thank goodness no more Trump. I know. And then Ray Turner said, Mickey, this is one of our watchers, Ray. He's messaging to you, Mickey. It's good for the whole world. And Mickey's had his test, and he had it. Let me see. You had
his test or his jab?
Test. He had a test. So I think it was Saturday.
Antibody test.
Friday. So I think he had it on Thursday, which means he had it on Friday, which means he had a test on Saturday. So that means he's COVID free. And then I saw it in
this test isn't one of those up your nose and down your throat. Ooh, this is a stab in the finger.
If you have had the test, can you get in touch? Is it uncomfortable, or is it proper?
It's like the Egyptians, darling,
Oh,
pulling your breath.
don't! That's horrible! You know, that's one of my fears. Obviously rational. So I was going through all the Devon news. I thought I'd throw my net a little bit wider because it's unplanned. Because sometimes delving into local news takes a lot of time. Because I've got to be my little sleuthy hat on for the sleuthy show. And in Exeter the other day, apparently we were able to see a beluga whale shaped plane. And I thought, what on earth does that mean? Okay, so here you go. I'll show you. I'll put it up on the screen. This, can you see it? It's an Airbus, but it's in the shape of a beluga whale, and they've also drawn a beluga
eye on it.
It's sort of the mouth, and I just thought, you've got to be bored at work. It was.
So how many millions did that whale cost?
There's some hipster in London somewhere going, he's got his little braces on and his moustache, and he's like, let's make it a beluga, because when I think air travel, I think beluga. Andy B, it says it'll test your gag reflex. Never had any complaints before. Which could be your ears, mum. Let's have a look. I'm just going to play this little video for you, just because I don't play it enough, you see. So this is how easy it is for you to donate to the tech costs for the Lucy show. Doo-doo. So you just tippity tap, and you type in Joke Pit into Google, and it comes up. And then you think, oh, how will I find Lucy? And you go onto comedians, and you literally just type Lucy, because as of yet, Joke Pit haven't got any other comedians called Lucy. Nice. And then it just scroll down to the bottom. It says, buy me a G&T, and you can put some money in my bank that way. The minimum amount is £3, unfortunately. If you can't afford that, please just like and share my videos and get involved in the chat. See, I just thought, bit of self-promotion. Let's have a look.
There's nothing better, darling.
Mickey's back on. Hey, Mickey. Not uncomfortable. I have a test here every day. Ooh, that's how you roll in Finsbury Park, is it? Let's have a look. And then Ray has put, it sounds like a normal blood test, but for antibodies instead of sugar levels. I do that every time a day. It's a minor discomfort, nothing more if it is. Oh,
okay.
We've got really intelligent viewers.
I know.
We have. Do you know what? I think watching the Lucy show makes you sexy, popular, young at heart, Mickey. Let's have a look. So
it shows that you're, educated.
So I always do ask Lucy. Well, this is where I ask you something, all right? What do you think? I've noticed on the forums, there's something called #SmallBusinessChallenge, where you post your 5 of your items that you sell. Can I go on there and post my shows? Can I?
Well, not really, because you're not selling them.
Well, I mean, I'm not selling them, but this is a service that I provide.
Yes, I know, but it's free.
But it's, do you know what I mean? Can I? What do you think? Can I do it?
No.
Andy has said, you mean more sexy, obviously. No, Array has put, we is smart for sure. And Noel, well done, Noel.
Oh, do you know, I was just going to ask, where was my baby boy?
Fuck it, why not, sis? I think I can. But I mean, if I put my post up, they can always delete it, can't they? But it's there's so many people in this ISO. That's the way I say isolation, because I listen to a lot of Australian shows now. So in ISO, people have made a lot of businesses. And it's a case of, I make wax melts, or I sell candy, or I do little hair scrunchies, or I little things like that, or I sell Body Shop or other MLMs, they're called. They're sort of like little cults. It's like Avon, but more aggressive.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to band the word pyramid scheme around, but
that's what they all are.
Ray Turner has said, I'm about as sexy as a migraine. Even the Lucy show can't help that. Well, I'm sorry. You know the rules, Ray, and it's the same for now as it is on the kitchen sink. Don't put yourself down, darling. Never put yourself down, because there's 5 other bastards out there waiting to do it for you. So stop taking other people's jobs. A big shout out. I know they've been watching on Catch Up, but Hugh Janus, one of my big fans. Mickey, that's not his real name. It is a prank name, but it's Hugh Janus. Get it? But he's been doing yoga. Well, he put on Twitter the other day he found a new yoga position whilst cutting his toenails. Hashtag fuck you, Joe Wicks, which means I've got in his head. Everyone's thinking about Joe. Our MP, Mr. Neil Parish, has been talking in the Commons about the need for a decent broadband connection has never been so clear. Well, I think if we send him some old copies of the Lucy show, I think he can see the desperate need for decent internet.
Oh my God.
What do you reckon? Shall I send our MP all of the really crap internet shows I did? I mean, about 3 months ago, I was basically doing mime. I was sending me videos out in Braille. It's been rather quiet. Now, some of you may remember just before Christmas, I did a charity gig, and we did a Secret Santa. So the gig was on the 17th, and I think we all sent our presents off around about the 12th. I knew mine was going to be late because it was going to America. But Chris Ray, one of my good friends from there, his girlfriend sent me a gift personally. And she sent it on the 12th of December. So she had a look at the tracking information. And it turns out, let's have a look. Tracking is currently in Chicago, which is about 2 hours from Indiana.
Well, is somebody walking with it?
Talk about snail mail. My stuff arrived a couple of weeks ago, so it took about 6 weeks to get.
Have they got snow in Chicago?
Possibly. I know it's bloody cold.
Oh well, there you are. You see.
There's been snow in Michigan, and Chicago's not that far from it, so I'd say
but they
yes.
have like 6 feet at a time, don't they? They have big snow.
Do it now, as Arnold would say. I instantly recognise the accent from your typing there. Give me one more. But that really chuckled me that we can say hand on heart that the Royal Mail is a lot better than the American Mail.
You're coming up with kitty witty.
Let's have a look. So Joe Wicks, new yoga. Right, people which means we've done that bit. Next page. See, look at that. So we've got a beautiful spot in Dartmoor. It's called something like Wisbeck Forest or something, but it's all mystical. It looks like something out of the Dark Crystal or Game of Thrones, or just some beautiful drawing, like all sloping old trees with big, nice round boulders, and everything's covered in moss. The trees are covered in moss. The boulders are covered in moss. You'd be able to tell kids that it was a fairy tale. So loads of fucking idiots have been going there over COVID. They've had fires there. They've been camping, dropping litter. Somebody held a secret wedding there. And the best thing is, considering it is actually a national, what is an SSI? Significant scientific interest? I think that's what we classify our really special places. They've been ripping the moss to make... Oh, hang on 1 second. Oh, 1 second. Bye-bye, Lucy. Have to go now. Nurses are going to interfere with me. Mickey, enjoy. Thank you for taking part in the show tonight, Mickey. There we go. If Mickey, in his wise age, I'm not going to say he doesn't look a day over 75, and a few more years, if he can comment from his tablet, watching on YouTube in the middle of a hospital ward, can get in touch.
Oh, is he in hospital?
None of you have any excuses. Quick message, Mickey, all the best. See, he's got popped in. He didn't want to go into hospital in these times, but he had to go into hospital. But I can't believe he took part. Do you know what? You guys are bloody lovely, and thanks for getting in touch to say nice wishes to Mickey.
So what are they making with the moss?
Hanging baskets.
In this weather? What's going to grow?
I don't know, but they've gone to the most mystical, beautiful, secret little dell, which could be... you would imagine a Hollywood set would be based on this. Something out of... Is it Willow? It's Willow. Sorry, the cat is just having a lovely time having a clean and a wash. I've got all my fans in here. But I just thought, what are you fucking stupid? And then Halden Cycling are under fire. So Halden Hill, which is sort of the barricade between Mid Devon and Exeter. It's sort of
Halden Hill?
Yeah, Telegraph
That's not
Hill.
Mid Devon.
No, it's the back. We've got Mid Devon. Do you know what I mean? It's sort of.
No, it's Exeter.
It's Exeter and South Devon. And I only go up and down it 75 times a week. It's steep. My truck doesn't like it. I enjoy Halden Hill because I have to. I'm only doing 16 miles an hour going up it. I could write a book. They say, like, don't get distracted whilst you're driving. I could braille type. So there's a big cycling centre, and they had to call an ambulance out there because although people are staying at home, some people are taking their BMX bikes to this fancy hill riding, and a guy came off his bike and had to have the ambulance called. And it's sort of like, right, we're asking you to stay indoors and maybe go outside and do some exercise. People are travelling from all around to come to our beautiful cycle paths because I see them, because I know they're not from around here because they're all clean. Sorry. Yeah. But it's like, really, you think, oh well, I don't want to be a pain. I don't want to be a strain on the NHS. I'll take my BMX down a 90-degree hill and just see if I can die by the end of it. And they're saying that they shouldn't let the public toilets there. Because that's going to encourage people to go there, but people are going there anyway. So it's sort of like this catch-22. Do you lock the toilets to keep them away? But if you lock the toilets, people are going to shit in the woods, and they're cyclists, not bears.
Are they bears?
I'll do the guys.
Well, we used to go past there every day because at one time we lived in Doddiscombesley.
Yes, we did. The road sign was bigger than the village.
Yeah, and the fastest way was to come off at the Exeter racecourse and trundle through Halden Forest.
Noel's put in reply to Mickey going off to see the nurses. I bet he asked for a bed bath. If you did, God bless you and all the sale you, Mickey. We have had snow, but it was such a smattering. I tried to take a picture of Mum letting the chickens out for the chickens to see snow, and it just looked so disappointing. Yeah. You couldn't really see the snow. It just looked like a woman in pyjamas in the garden.
10 on Sunday, we had big flakes. By 5 past, they disappeared.
Yeah. I mean, Monday I had to scrape the ice off my car. Tuesday I didn't, which is today. And I got to be honest, I woke up this morning in a foul mood. I love a morning. And I couldn't sleep last night, and I had really busy. I don't know what happened. I'm usually quite good at remembering my dreams. For example, the other day, Andy, if you're still watching, this will crack you up. In my dream, I invested part ownership with our friend Mark Cameron. He owned 2 car parks in Brighton, and I invested financially into them. One was overground and one was underground. The one that was underground had old men's had old urinal under there, and lots of different cubicles. And I was trying to get planning permission to change them into workstations so I could rent them out like the Chinese do. And then I was having a look to see whether or not planning would allow us to make it that we could sleep there. This is in my dream. I'm actually thinking of applying to the council to change planning on an underground car park that I've part invested in. A, Mark and I have never had any shared interest in owning car parks. B, I've been to Brighton maybe 3 times. So, where's my happy place? Apparently, Brighton.
In the lanes, darling.
Yeah, well, I have been there. There are lovely shops there. Really hippie shops where all the stuff's made by sweatshops in Bangladesh. It's really lovely because it looks ethnically and flowy. You think, that's lovely. That's why it's 75 quid. And you know that 0.001 goes to the small child making it. We've got a local celebrity. Our councillor Colin Slade has just celebrated 50 years in radio. He's also the Tiverton mayor. So he's doing a radio show on Radio X. Not Radio X, like the global radio station that I want to work on one day. Radio EXE, named after the river.
Well done, Colin, if you're watching.
You never know.
Well, you never know.
Let's have a look. Ray's put, I didn't go out and exercise before lockdown. Damned if I'm going to start now. But have you noticed that there's, we've got terrible things about the UK obesity thing, and everyone's sort of like sitting on their sofas doing cool, watching TV, ordering takeout, and just being generally slovenly. And everyone says the minute they go, right, everybody, in order to save lives, could you stay in? And they're like, get me Lycra. I need to go cycling. You can't tell me what to do. And it's like, really? If this was the Second World War where we're sending kids to the front line, and with sort of families are like being given a bag of sugar to last them 3 months, and there's people have got like hidden chickens to like black market eggs and stuff. All people have been asked to do is stay inside and watch Netflix, and everyone's like, this is an infringement of our human rights.
Oh, for goodness sake. They really need to get a life.
Is he as important as Curious Chicken? I think not. Exactly. Oh. He's a district celebrity. He's not a local famous celebrity. Big shout out to my friend Dave Dart. If you're watching, I did send you the link. It's on right now. Just judging you if you don't reply now. But I had a bit of a problem that I was talking to him about this week, and his reply was he sent me a link for a farm supply shop for a cattle stun gun.
Oh,
and I just thought that's what you need in a mate. Practical solutions. Congratulations on getting through the big first month in a new job coming up soon. Let's have a look. Congratulations as well, Dave, for yesterday and today successfully driving past Subways and not having your breakfast there. We were on the phone and he's like, oh, what a Subways, I can see it. And I was like, oh, well done. And he was like, wait for it. I passed the exit. Now you can congratulate me. He's a little shit. Oh, the truck's self-loaded. Now, this made me confused in Tiverton. This is local news. All right, on a grass verge, easy for you to say, a number of goldfish and koi carp were found on the verge.
Dead? Obviously. No. Oh, alive.
Only 2 died. They were managed to be put in water immediately. And this is the big fucking shocker. The RSPCA actually attended.
Really?
I know. Stop the press. The RSPCA left the building. They won't come out for anything. They'll come out for a photo shoot.
Yeah.
But Tiverton is famous for its canal. Absolutely famous for its canal. And then running right through Tiverton is the Leat and the river, with especially towards the Cowick, the Westex end, with the big estuary going through. If you were going to try and dispose of fish, there's a shitload of water. Right? There's water everywhere, like everywhere. Even if you put them in the pond next to Elsie Mays, into the rotary water wishing well, it would still be a more successful.
Koi carp about.
Well, they looked about this big in the pictures. There was nothing put down for scale, but they didn't look like them big bastards.
Oh, right.
They looked like they'd be about 40 quid, not 80 quid, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
Only 2 died, but it's sort of like, here, Steve, give us that. I'm getting rid of these koi. They're a bit hot to handle.
Sure, if you put something
let's check them on the verge.
There must be loads of people that would take them off their hands.
Oh, I mean, from the village where the Curious Chicken originates from. If you're new to the show, it's a long story, but you'll end up picking it up. It's a wandering chicken. He's sort of like a minstrel. He's got a little backpack and a banjo. It's a liar. So I thought you were somebody in such. I'll do the jokes. Somebody was getting rid of all their koi. They were getting rid of their pond, and they had big, we're talking about 75, 80 quid ones. And I think 5 minutes was all it took for, I'll have one. A couple of the crows on there got in line, local crows, going, I'll have them. But they were watching through the internet. Hey, I've got me puns on tonight. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I'm sitting here watching the Lucy Joe. Should I watch Joe Wicks instead? Never.
Never.
Did you say never? How dare you? If you're going to watch
Gosh.
anybody on catch up, it'll be that millionaire, not me, love. Stay where you are, Ray. You're looking pretty. Let's have a look. Did they find a pelican with a split bill of foot further on? I'll read that again. I just realised I was laughing too much. Oh, you're informed tonight, Ray. Did they find a pelican with a split bill a bit further on? I just think it's like, here, we got some koi carp. They're stolen. They're a bit hot to handle.
Hot. We have dropped them.
How do we get rid of them? Here, there's a grass verge over there. Why wouldn't you just go and carry on walking?
Yeah,
because the canals are still open at night. They're not fenced off. I mean, they would die in the canal, but if you're stupid enough to think that, but you know what I mean? I would find it less surprising to say koi carp found floating on canal because idiots put them in there.
But even if they put them in the river, there are trout in there, so fish can live in there. They could have gone in there.
Oh, I just, it's nice to know that there's such a strong brain capacity running around locally. Our village wasn't missing their idiot that night, Ola. Must have been from another village over on. Let's have a look. Oh, I forgot to say as well regarding the whole POTUS floaters thingy. You know how we keep saying buy local, buy local, buy local? I do a big shout out when it comes to like the local online fairs, and the like Tivy Fest and Cully Fest for supporting it. Biden's put in this thing called taxpayers' dollars should support American jobs, and I think that's good. I think it's nice to have pride. He's having pride in his country, but without making a load of rednecks take over Capitol Hill.
Yes,
it's a fine line. It really is. Do you think I could incite violence on the Lucy show if I riled all my viewers up?
No.
Ooh, right, everybody, I want you to go on Twitter. I want you to go on to Felix or Whiskers, all right? And I want you to tell them to stop using foil packets. Attack! I don't really know how to do this. I'm not that great at inciting violence.
You couldn't really put Felix or Whiskers in that greased paper.
No, but you could put it in a tin.
Well, they do it in tins, but it's not the same.
It is the same.
Our little girls don't like it.
We have never had what they have in. We've never had that good as you stuff. As good as it looks. Well, I got to be honest, that's not that good. I mean, I've not got a big appetite for cat food, but sometimes I put it down and the cats look at me and they sort of go, "As good as it looks. It looks like shit." In fact, that looks identical to the other stuff you said, but this one's meant to be with asparagus. And chicken, and this one's meant to be liver and game, and it's like they look the same, they smell the same, and the cats don't tell us if there's any palate changes. Ray, I can't get too riled up. I'm too heavily medicated. In that case,
don't get riled up at all.
Just tweet people, but with like a slight incense. Yeah, be like sort of more of a, as opposed to a keyboard warrior, be sort of an internet tutter.
Tutter.
And also I want to say a big shout out to probably another viewer, all right, General Austin. He is the first African American to lead the Pentagon. Get on, boy. I because I've got so many friends in America, I do josh them a little bit about the comings and goings of American politics, and I don't do politics very well, as you can tell. But I was looking through for some comments to make to my friends, and I just thought, oh, that looks good. Oh, well done. I didn't have chance, and I don't know if you're watching, but there was a gentleman that worked for me called Richard, who was probably my first friend I had at the company. But he's left to get another job more close to his house, mum, closer to where he lives.
God, I spent all that money.
He drives trucks more close. But Richard, if you're watching, congratulations on the new job. Get in touch. I hope you're having a wonderful time and you're thriving, not surviving. Let's have a look. All right. Andy B has said cat food is okay, but it makes me lick my ass more often and scratch the furniture. How could you tell more often? Because whenever I've been over there, it's sort of every 30 seconds, Andy.
Oh, talking of funny stories about cat food, a million years ago,
Strap in.
when we had Sally, my first cat from being a grown-up, and we had a friend stay overnight who, my husband at that time, and he had been out drinking. And when they came back, he must have been a little bit peckish. So in the morning when I got up, he said, "I'm so sorry." He said, "But I ate that tuna that was in the fridge." And he said, "It was lovely though." And I thought, do I tell him or not? Because it said on the front of it, 7 C's executive cat food. He ate the cat food. He liked it though.
People are thick as out.
And they've been thick as out for years.
Yeah. Oh, you don't say anything. No, Noel's reaction to this was this. Both of us trying to work out which one it was.
Alan Greenslade.
Get in touch if you're watching on the chat. Tweet me at the Lucy Fool. Hey, Graham Arnold, a survivor of 2020. I am not a keyboard warrior. I'm a keyboard ninja. Did you see that? No, exactly. Graham was one of the biggest supporters of the Weekly Bazaar. And he was always the one who did the funny little memes.
I know.
Always did the sort of memes of us lot. So this is where I go, Mum, we've been through it again. Right? For the viewers, what's a meme?
I'm not quite sure, but I'll say, yeah, well, I know. I just don't want to explain it. I don't want to be too technical.
You don't want to go with people's heads.
No.
Like a beluga whale plane.
Yeah, exactly.
Great, but I'm the same Andy, except I kept falling off the sofa when I tried licking myself. Because that's the reason why you don't do it more often, boys. Balance. So let's have a look. And I want to say a big thank to John at work. If you're watching, your advice and support last couple of weeks has been invaluable. It's a tough time. Everybody's struggling. If you look at people's social media posts and you think, oh, they look together. Oh, they're doing well. They're making their banana bread and they've got their sourdough raisin kit. Oh, look, they're getting their kids to wear school uniform even though they're learning at home and they've done all the homework. It's lies.
Yes.
It is lies. Behind all those nice faces is wine and tears. The real people that have got their shit together don't post because they're too busy being happy.
Yeah, of course they are.
I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm just glad that no one I work with's got Twitter. Follow me at the Lucy Fool if you'd like my real opinions on my day. I'm not lying. I don't know what it is about Twitter, but I feel like because I don't have that many followers, I've got a few followers, but I don't have that many followers. It's sort of like whispering into the sky. Like I need to get it off my chest. Like so and so's done this to annoy me, so I go straight onto Twitter.
So does it give you some sort of artistic license to embellish your day
and slag people off that are right next to me? He hasn't got Twitter, prick. Now in Bradninch, that's sorry, but this grinds a burpee.
Over there. I have to
true. Yes, it is over there. I mean, I'm down an eye. There's only one eye in Bradninch. Famous because the Wests once holidayed there. So they had to dig up someone's house in case they'd taken anything on holiday with them. So what they've started doing is a local councillor on a walk. I hope you don't know him, Mum. I haven't got their name. Noticed that there were a lot of similar turds around.
Bradninch.
I mean,
oh my God.
I don't know.
What's it?
How closely have you got to look? I'll find you the details afterwards. But what they're doing is, let's have a look. It's because you're not a twit. Thanks, love. But I am at the Lucy Fool. They're spraying the dog poo with fluorescent paint. Now, I don't know if it's biodegradable paint. It does seem quite strange that dog poo is not a nice thing.
If you step in it.
Especially if you step in it. I mean, if you're rolling this, it's even worse. But they've got this bright pink sort of floor spray, and they're spraying it so it sort of highlights the you look over with playing fields, you think, oh, that's lovely, and then now they're doing is they're highlighting the fact there's seven bits on there, just sort of embarrass and shame and highlight the fact that lazy bastards have got dogs and they're not willing to pick them up. I just thought, yes, everyone's annoyed by dog poo, but I've never walked around and gone, I reckon that's the same one.
Well, there's two ways of looking at it. At least you know.
This way and that.
At least you know not to step on the pink bits.
Exactly. Rephrase that one.
Why?
Avoid. It's naughty.
Right.
Avoid
Green
the paint.
bits. Blue bits. Anything.
Avoid the highlighted areas. Sorry, I'm trying to do a show here.
I can't help it if your mind is foul.
Noel said, sorry, what did you say? I'm not repeating it.
You should have been listening.
Should have paid more attention. Stop watching me on your phone and the golf on the big TV. Yeah, I knows. Another 1 year anniversary. So it wasn't just Mickey and I, because I stayed at Mickey's house in London back when we could travel and have hobbies, careers, lives, social events. And so this is actually the first year anniversary of meeting the Weekly Outmatch, my comedy group. I've been a comedian for a year.
Was it? I thought it was the beginning of January.
No, it might be the 9th of January, something like that. But this is the course, the anniversary. Yeah. So February the 9th will be my first official graduated year of being a comedian. Look how far I've come. The dining room. Oh, I used to be playing the heights of places like
your bedroom,
Clumpton,
living room,
Wellington. I went as far as Sandford, not just Samford. There's a difference. And now I'm going
to Exeter.
Yeah, I went to Exeter, and now I've performed in the spare room, my bedroom, the living room. Here, I mean, I get around. There's been a big controversy as well in the papers. There's a lot of scum landlords that are trying to freeze out their tenants. So the police will be involved. Apparently, that's terrible. There's going to be a really big highlight on scummy little bastards. And
when you say freeze them out, are they not allowing them to have any heating?
No, they're sort of they're pulling very, very shock tactics. Unfortunately, they're so thick they don't realise that it's actually an offence. And then I've got a plan for Thursday night of having a girls' night out. But I mean, I'm going to have a Zoom drinkies. I'm having Zoom drinkies with my two friends.
Well, it would be a bit difficult for you to go and meet them.
Well, one's in Chicago and the other one's in Omaha in Nebraska. But through the power of Zoom, we're going to have a drinkies night. And we haven't had a drinkies night in ages. It will be a late one for me because obviously time zones are really annoying and it's very difficult with Trish to be able to drink at work. My drinking time would be sort of just as she's finishing her evening, her afternoon shift. Let's have a look. And also on Sunday, I've bought a ticket to a comedy gig because comedians do still go to comedy gigs, you know. And it's Alice and John doing an online comedy show. And I can't expect other people to support online comedy if I don't support online comedy. And those two are my favourite male comedians. I specify male because they're not my favourite in the whole world. Let's have a look at... Because, right, so Ray's put, my dog does different poos depending on what he ate the previous day. Very different from one dog. Counselor's an idiot. I know. I mean, how can you say that? That's the same one. In relation to what you said, Graham's put NSFW content here. What do you think? This is a big game. What do you think is NSFW?
I don't know. New spotted poo, something? I don't know.
NS, November Sierra.
Hold on, let me put my glasses on.
Oh, I'm teaching my new. Right, NSFW.
National Scenic Farmers Weekly.
Not suitable for work.
Oh, right.
So
Okay.
if you're looking at that, it means it's a Rudy site full of pink bits. Noel said the Lucy show gets cancelled because of her mum's language.
No, I'm not singing.
New South fucking Wales. Right. And then one day you'll hit the big city of Swansea. Oh, I have to come and meet you all, mainly just to see if Sarah Bridgman's got legs. Amazing. That's fine. And I'm going to ask you next week, what does NSFW mean? And by next week, I want you to be able to explain to all the viewers what a meme is. Okay. We've only been through it 5 times.
So?
She's got them on her phone. I send her them. She just doesn't know she's enjoying them.
I thought you sent me gifts.
No, I do send you gifts. I send you gifts and memes. Memes are like static gifs. It's all right. Sorry.
Okay.
It's all
right.
All right. Sorry.
I better go through my phone.
Yeah. Let's have a look. Tell your friend to fill a water bottle with a vodka and pack a packet of mints. I used to do it all the time at work-school. I know. My friend did an online course the other day, and he said, to begin with, he said, I kept leaning out of view so I could have a cigarette. And then the lecturer said, you are in your own house, you can smoke. He was like, oh, do you know what? This online learning malarkey is brilliant. He said, I could have been off screen. I could have been having a pint off like this, like, you know. I said, Dave, you don't have to. Sorry to give you a name. Steve. He said, you don't have to hide your drink. You put it in a coffee cup. And he went, oh, that's clever, that is. Let's have a look. Sarah has got legs, fairly short ones, but they are there. Love you, Sarah. Don't pick on her, she's a dut. Now, if you are watching The Kitchen Sink with us on Thursday at 7 p.m, available over all Joke Pit live streams, we've got The Kitchen Sink Twitch as well. We've got Facebook's, YouTube. And if you follow us on @The Girls, we always post all the links for the streams each week and promo for who the guests are that are joining us. We've got Priya Hall, which is going to be one of those stories where it's like we had Priya Hall on the show and then she goes astronomical. She is the hot thing to watch, and so that's going to be amazing. We're reviewing this week the 1995 Live and Outrageous stand-up show by my favourite comedian, Lily Savage.
All right.
So between now and Thursday, we've got to watch Lily Savage. It's a hard job.
It's Tuesday today.
I know. Tomorrow night. And it's the one that's live at the Garrick, and it's all available on YouTube, so you can watch it and then join in the review with us. So that's fun. I mean, I like the idea of like, oh, it's really difficult being a comedian. Or what have we got to do? Watch Lily Savage.
People laugh.
I was on a different thread there. And then if you are watching this and you're a friend of mine, okay, you do not have to pick up the... Noel, if you comment that I got no friends, did you know that's why brother's phone?
No, obviously, a lot of the people watching here are your friends.
Yeah, but I mean, I've got fans that don't know me personally.
Yeah. I mean, you don't know the person in South Africa.
No, there's loads of people. I mean, we've had some wonderful people getting on there, and we've had the lovely person from Australia. Remember that watched one of the first Unplanned?
Oh yes,
saying how it was nice to hear about all the little villages and the canals and see the pictures. I might do another one of those because there's been some beautiful pictures of the canal put on the Friends of Great Western. Noel's put, you know, you don't know any. That's why you said it. But. And then Rafe put, Priya Hall is amazing. She will be a big thing without doubt. And we'll be able to say, we had her on the kitchen sink. But you don't have to try and pick a time to slip into conversation that you watch my shows. You are not reading my diary by watching my shows. We are broadcasting.
We are
broadcasting. Okay, this is like 3D. Woo! What's that? Did it seem like it was coming bigger? Here we go. Do you see the tetanus dripping up my finger? Or it could be sepsis. Have I got a temperature?
I've got a terrible blister.
Not as bad as mine. Oh no, you win. That was my mum. Literally put her hand on the fire grate midnight. Mid evening when it's on, it's blazing. She was like la 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 la.
I went to save a log falling off, and and held the basket, the fire basket. It was awfully hot.
Let's have a look. Yeah, but can you trust his opinion? He's Australian to him. Everything was upside down. Sexist. It was a woman grave. But they are a funny bunch. That's why I really enjoy listening to my Australian radio at the moment, just because it's upbeat and sort of juvenile. And I think that's a whole endemic over there. But it's a case of you don't have to say, "Oh, I watched your show the other night," and you don't have to say it under your breath either. I am deliberately putting these shows out for people to watch. I challenge woman with striped shirt to wear someone's reading glasses. Fuel 198. Mum, go get me some glasses. Well, they're there. There we go. Fuel 198. This is how Twitch works. Come on, get on the hype train. Make sure you pop me a sub, Fuel 198. I want to make sure that you subscribe to Joke Pit, or and I'll be starting my own soon. But there you go. Oh God, that's the thing. Fuel 198. I can't now read any more comments because these aren't my reading glasses. These are anti-reading glasses. Woo!
They're not that strong.
There we go. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ, it was like looking through there. Hello. Challenge to wear whole stream. I wouldn't be able for a donation. I would love to, but I wouldn't be able to comment. I wouldn't be able to see your comments, Fuel. I love your energy and thank you for sending me a challenge, and I hope you appreciate I did the first one, but I have to be able to see the stream. Otherwise I'll just cut the broadcast off, and I'm thinking of making a joke. But thank you for getting in touch. But yeah, do not feel that you have to come up to me and go, I watched your show. Like, I want you to watch my shows. I tell people to watch my shows. I promote myself.
Well, the whole point of doing this is so that people can watch this show.
Yes, exactly. Which brings me on to the next plug. So the next thing you need to remember is, so today is Tuesday, so Thursday at 7 p.m. So The Kitchen Sink, Twitch, Fuel 198, if you're watching it, that's on the different Twitch channel. It's on The Kitchen Sink. And then I think it's T Kitchen Sink actually on that. But if you go to @the Sink Girls, you'll find all of our streams, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. So 7 p.m. we've got Priya Hall, and like I said, we'll be reviewing Lily Savage, Live and Outrageous at the Garrick Theatre. And then on Sunday, we've got my friend Trish from Chicago, who is an amazing stand-up comedian. Although, because I've only seen her stand-up a few times because it's been through Zoom. I'm taking her word for it. But yeah, so we've got her on Big World Small Talk, so we can't wait to find out what reason she has for choosing the magic carpet or the flying horse. If that woman's full of opinions and she's not afraid to use them. So let's have a look. Sorry, Graham Arnold. Who's that? Oh, it was Lucy. Didn't recognise her for a moment. Clark Kenting is on. Watch this. Where'd I go? Oh, there I am. Oh, it's good to have you online, Graham. Amazing. Hugh, if you watch on catch up, I hope you're doing all right with your night shifts. Mickey, if you go back to watching, thank you very much. I hope the nurses interfered appropriately.
With consent.
With consent. Graham Peekaboo. Oh no, I was there the whole time. But yes, thank you everybody for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the show.
Yes,
I have.
I hope you have too.
Good. But please, please, please don't keep me a secret. Are they reading glasses? Yes, they were reading glasses. I think they're prescription 1.5, if that means anything. I don't know if I don't know where you are, but in the UK you have prescriptions that are just like sort of 0.52.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I just paid an awful lot of money for 2 bits of wire.
Yeah, true. The smaller the wire, the bigger the cost. But thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Please, please, please follow us on @the Sink Girls on Twitter, and I'm @the Lucy. Oh, for God's sake, Steve! Don't go. I just got here. Right. What excuse have you got for missing this? I have been 9 p.m. on Tuesday for how long? You're just gonna have to watch it on catch up, Steve. Everybody was here. Andy B was here. So yeah, that's what happens if you spend all evening cooking for your missus. So like that. Love you both. Love you too.
Love you, darling.
Let me see. I've got the. Mum, talk a little bit because I haven't brought the music.
You haven't brought the music.
I haven't brought the music.
How rude! when you know that you have all the adoring people out there waiting for it. Well, I hope to see you all next week.
Yeah, and I hope to see you all next Tuesday. Let's have a look. Steve, your excuse was watching Star Trek. Don't you ever put Star Trek before us, Steve.
You can always watch Star Trek on Catcher.
Love you all, Ish. Oh, thanks, great. And then Shane Chesby. You were on form tonight, ladies.
Gosh, hello. Thank you. Hope you're well, Shane.
Oh, he's not just well, he is thriving. He did an interview tonight. Can I say who you did it with? I know that sounds seedier than it should be. But let's have a look. So what did where is Ice? So he had a great interview. Am I spoiling it if I say who you did it with? Oh bollocks, I'm gonna say anyway. He did one with Chris Weston. So he's got some amazing names coming up on the Icecast podcast. Oh. So make sure everyone follows that. And that's my my wonderful co-host from the sabbatical.
Do you have to sign in? No, thanks.
No. Mum's brought the music up. I've got it.
Would I get it up?
Yeah. Hang on, you've got advert. Oh, God's sake, it's all gone. Yeah. So let's have a look.
Have you done the same, or have I beat you to it?
Now you turn it up. Yes. So Chris Weston was on the podcast for Shane tonight.
Oh my God, I did it.
Mum's got the music.
I am so technical. Is that the loudest it'll go?
Right, so please like, share, put a little smiley emoji on the feed that you're watching, however you're watching. Yes. Thumbs up if you're on YouTube, robot face if you're on Twitch, like Train, or you can love, heart, thumbs, all sorts of emojis, just not the angry ones. Graham, can Lucy's mum get it up? Yeah, of course she can. Shane, thanks for the plug, darlings. Obviously,
well, not me personally, because I'm not that way. I'm not built that way.
She is that way inclined, but she hasn't got the technology.
No, I haven't got the bits.
Right, thank you very much, everybody. Be safe. See you next Tuesday. Love you all. Can't do the show without you. It'd be me talking into thin air. But bye.
Bye.
See you.